Duchesses are a part of the royal family, and throughout history, they have been known for their wealth, power, and elegance. These women hold some of the highest positions in nobility and have access to vast amounts of resources and privilege. Though in the present world, these high-class ladies may not hold great political power, but they certainly hold great wealth. But do you know who these duchesses are? Probably not. So in today's video, we are digging deep into the royal wealth to bring you a list of 12 richest duchesses in the world. So without wasting much time, let's get started. At number 12, we have a princess who is currently 6th in the line of succession of the British throne, and is Princess Beatrice, also known as Duchess of York. Princess was born on August 8, 1988, to father Prince Andrew, Duke of York. Unlike other core members of the British royal family, this princess doesn't receive anything from the government because of her father, Duke of York's decision for the princess to lead a life like a commoner with a non-royal job. Now the princess holds a job of Vice President of Partnerships and Strategy at tech company Affinity, which generates around $80,000 for her. However, she also receives income from the Royal Trust Fund, which pays as much as $1 million each year. And as for property, this princess inherits a land and estates in London worth more than $20 million. And all this takes the net worth of the princess to be more than $2 million. Moving on, we have a princess who comes from France, and this is Marie Marguerite, the Duchess of Anjou. Maria Margarita Vargas Santaella was born on the 21st of October 1983 in a rich Venezuelan family where her father, Victor José Vargas Iroskin, is the owner of Banco Bodi. But in 2004, the princess married Prince Louis, Duke of Anjou, and acquired the title of Duchess. Now the net worth of this 39-year-old princess is around $1.5 million. Despite being a duchess, she doesn't receive anything from the government of the nation, which means all of her income comes from extensive investments and various business ventures in which is involved with her husband. In addition to this, Marie Marguerite also owns numerous properties and estates throughout France. These included luxurious villas in the countryside worth $2 million, as well as prestigious townhouses in Paris worth $3 million. She was also known for her extensive jewelry collection, which was said to include some of the most valuable gems in the world that have an estimated value of $1 to $2 million. At number 10, we have a royal that comes from the royal house of Wittelsbach, and this is Sophie, hereditary princess of Liechtenstein, also known as Duchess of Bavaria. Princess was born in 1967 to Prince Max, Duke in Bavaria. However, the princess married Alois, hereditary prince in 1993, and became the Princess of Liechtenstein, which only means princesses live a grand life of a royal, and this royal life is evident from her grand home, which is the Vaduz Castle. This grand palace has been the residence of the Liechtenstein princely family since 1322, and worth more than $100 to $200 million. Now coming to her income, the princess has a net worth of more than $2 million, and more than $1.5 million of it comes from the government. This is paid to cover their official duties and expenses. But despite being a royal and insanely rich, she is considered to have a poised and well-rooted personality. For our next duchess, we move from Liechtenstein to Luxembourg, and this is Maria Theresa, the Grand Duchess of Luxembourg. Maria Theresa married Prince Henry in 1981 to become the Princess of Luxembourg, and she became the Grand Duchess in 2000 when her husband ascended the throne. As a Grand Duchess, Her Highness lives in a $200 million palace with her husband and family called the Grand Ducal Palace. The net worth of this royal is around $2 million, and almost all of it comes from the government of Luxembourg in the form of annual appanage, paid to cover official duties and expenses, as well as their personal expenses. Apart from this, Grand Duchess holds assets in her name that include land, property, and investments that have been acquired by the Grand Ducal family over the years. And the estimated value of these assets can go anywhere between $200 to $300 million. At number 8, we have another princess from Luxembourg, and this is Stephanie, hereditary Grand Duchess of Luxembourg. Born in a common Luxembourg family, Stephanie Marie became the Princess of the Nation after marrying Prince Guillaume, hereditary Grand Duke of Luxembourg, in 2012. The net worth of the princess is around $3 million. Most of her yearly income comes as an annual contribution from the government. In terms of properties, Princess Stephanie, like other members of the Grand Ducal family, has access to a number of palaces and residences owned by the Luxembourg state. However, according to some reports, this 39-year-old princess holds various property in the nation, which is valued around $200 million. And these property include lands, real estate, and even small business, like a race course and a couple of wine yards. Next, we have Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, from the royal family of the United Kingdom. Born in a common British family, Sophie Helen Rhys-Jones became the princess and received the title of Duchess of Edinburgh upon marrying Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, in 1999, who is the youngest child of Queen Elizabeth II. However, before becoming princess, Sophie had a successful career in public relations and was the managing director of her own company. Now, the net worth of this 58-year-old princess is around $6 million, and most of her income comes from the private investments held by Sophie and her husband in the form of stocks, bonds, and other financial instruments that are said to generate income of more than $3 million. On top of this, the Duchess also receives as much as $1 million from the Royal Fund of the Royal Family for representing the royal family and performing her royal duties. Next, we have a princess, who is 11th in the line of succession of the British throne, Princess Eugenie, Duchess of York. Despite her royal status, Princess Eugenie does not hold an official job or role within the royal family. In addition to being a member of the royal family, she has a successful career as a director at Hauser and Wirth, an international art gallery with locations in London, New York, and Hong Kong. Although she earns a modest income from her job, a significant portion of her yearly income comes from funds established by the late Queen Elizabeth II. Princess Eugenie's net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, according to various sources. Furthermore, she inherited real estate from her father, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, which adds to her income. In terms of properties, the princess owns a house worth $10 million in Kensington Palace Gardens and a $3.5 million house in London. At number 5, we have a member of the Belgian royal family, and this princess, Elizabeth, the Duchess of Brabant. Princess Elizabeth Theresia Maria Helena was born the 21st of July, 2013, to King Philippe of the Belgians. And it was in 2013 when the princess was declared as the heir apparent to the Belgian throne. Despite being a royal, this 21-year-old princess lives her academic life just like a commoner. The net worth of the princess is around $5 to $6 million, and this income primarily comes from the civil list, which is payment by the government of Belgium to cover up the expenses associated with Princess Elizabeth's role as a member of the royal family. And around $1 million of her income comes from the royal family's vast land holdings and investments. Additionally, it has been reported that Princess Elizabeth inherited private property worth more than $100 million upon turning 18 years old. Next, we have Crown Princess Victoria, the Duchess of Västergötland. Victoria Ingrid Alice Desiree was born on the 14th of July, 1977, to King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden. And as a member of the royal family, Victoria does not earn wealth through traditional means of employment. And as of now, the net worth of this 45-year-old princess is around $10 to $11 million. And around $7 to $8 million of it comes directly in the form of appanage from the Swedish government every year. And to add further, Her Royal Highness also earns her incomes from her inherited royal assets. That includes land, property, and investments. And these royal assets are said to be generating around $3 million in the form of property rights and rental income for the princess. At number 3, we have the Crown Princess of the UK, Catherine the Duchess of Cornwall. Born in a common British family, Catherine Elizabeth Middleton gained the title of princess when she married her college sweetheart, Crown Prince Williams of UK. The net worth of the princess is $10 million. However, the princess doesn't earn her income from any business venture or sponsorship. Her income mainly derives from the annual sovereign grant provided by the government of the United Kingdom, which is estimated to be around $4 to $5 million. Apart from this, the princess also received millions from the royal fund and royal estates set up to facilitate the luxurious life of the future queen. Speaking of luxury, the princess has access to dozens of other royal assets worth billions, but the most epic of all is this one, the famous Kensington Palace of London, worth more than $120 million. But the princess cannot sell it. For our next royal, we move from Britain all the way back to Sweden, and this royal is Princess Madeleine of Sweden, Duchess of Hälsingland and Gästrikland. Born in the Swedish royal family, this beautiful princess is the second daughter and youngest child of King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia. Now, this 40-year-old princess is married to British-American financier Christopher O'Neill, but she still actively performs her royal duties. And being an active member of the royal family, she receives an annual stipend from the Swedish government of $3 million, which is known as the appanage to cover their daily expenditure. She also owes her fortune to smart stock investments, substantial property holdings, lucrative endorsement deals with CoverGirl Cosmetics, which is generating $3 to $4 million for the princess. Additionally, she and her husband own several restaurants in the nation, as well as a $20 million villa in Miami. bringing her net worth to over $15 million. At number 1, we have a royal that comes from the Royal House of Windsor, and this is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Rachel Meghan Markle was born on August 4, 1981, in Los Angeles to a common American family. She gained prominence as an actress, but her popularity reached an all-time high when she married Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, in 2018. The princess's net worth is around $60 million, and unlike other British royals, most of her income comes from non-royal ventures with her husband Prince Harry. Many believe these ventures are results of her decision to be financially independent. These ventures include a $100 million deal with Netflix called Harry and Meghan. Additionally, Princess Markle launched her Spotify podcast Archewell Audio, which is said to be generating $30 million per year. Furthermore, she earns approximately $1 million a year from sponsorships and endorsement deals. Regarding property, she owns a $15 million estate in California. Although she left the title of Duchess, still, we have included her in our list. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part and let us know. Press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.